In backside, East Russian at Montana at East Russian. So that's East Russian hosting Montana. The Montana Grizzlies against the Eastern Washington Eagles.
Well, you saw
that left-hand swipe.
The left-hand swipe, and we couldn't see it from our angle, but it might have not affected the play. But once you do that, it's seen. And
yeah, I don't have any problem with that call.
So Matt Koenig at the line, a 5'9" junior out of Milton, Ontario.
Just a 69% free throw shooter.
Her second off the back iron. Made her first, so it is a 1-point game. Eagles in the lead. Howard over to Pettis. Gets a screen from Hayes. And Alexis Pettis forcing her will. Got the hoop and the harm. Alexis Pettis leading the charge with 14 points and looking to make it 15, completing the three-point play as she'll head to the line.
Take another peek at it. I mean, that's tough to stop. There needs to be some help side defense. I mean, I don't know who's responsible there, but either Zingaro or Waddington has to kind of squeeze the paint there and at least challenge that layup. You can't just give it up.
So Pettis, her first trip to the charity stripe, drops it in as Eagles now lead by 4. Off the glass, off the mark by McClement call.
And now let's go to see if there's overtime. We get to overtime action at Northern Colorado. So we'll get you to that overtime. Yes, and the overtime is starting right now.
Gamble.
53 seconds in.
And Eminopu misses her first free throw. Missed the last 2 free throws she's taken. That's the first point of our overtime frame. 60-59. A low-scoring game, mostly in thanks to that fourth quarter. George, step back. A little soft. There's Anaya Hall. A little strong. Gets her own rebound. And they'll reset here. Gabby Fields telling her freshman to slow down. Reset. Gabby Fields going to take a 3. And Gabby Fields connects for 3. She shoots sub 20% from that spot on the court this year, but hits it when it counts. Quick dribble there, and Gabby comes up with the takeaway. Northern Colorado with a chance to extend beyond 2 points here. Gamble with the basketball. Going right side, gonna hand it off to Fields. The Bears can take their time, but now they gotta start moving. George with the left hand, fouled, and it goes. With emphasis, Nina George taking over for the Bears. As if she was diving for a catch in the outfield. She gets it to go and has a chance to make it a 5-point lead. Nina George extended to 9 points in the game, most of which have come in the fourth quarter and beyond. Weber State still one of their last 18 from the field. And another turnover. This time it's the TV. And this time the Bears are up by 7. Oh, how the tides have turned here in Greeley. From down 15 to up by 7, there's a foul on Anaya Hall. But right now, Weber State relying on free throws to keep themselves in the game. To the free throw line, Kennedy Eskelson, who started off this game so strong for Weber State. She has 8 points in this game and hits the first of her 2 free throws. Missed the second. London Gamble with the rebound. Now the Bears can start to take some time off the clock. Remember, Weber State needs to get a win in this game if they want to secure the number 4 seed in the Big Sky Conference tournament. A loss puts things up in the air for them. Gabby Fields another 3. Fields misses short. London Gamble rips down the rebound. And the Bears can take more time off the clock now. Seven now. Gamble thought about it. Now Nativi with it. Nativi. That's a jump ball. It'll be Bears basketball off the jump ball. Bears going to have to inbound this and get a shot off here. Gabby Fields got the shot off, almost hit it. That would have been a dagger if she could have connected on that 3. Here's a drive. Up for the shot, and that's a good answer by Rose Bubakar. 4-point game now. Northern Colorado going to still eke the time off the clock here. Weber State still has plenty of time, though, down by 4. So Northern Colorado's got to come away with points here. Under a minute to go in overtime. Bears and the Wildcats. Gamble off balance, missed the shot. Ball up for grabs, and Weber State comes down with it. To Taylor Smith. Smith missed it, and the foul is called. And Taylor Smith will head to the free throw line. Anaya Hall called on her 4th foul. Remember, Tatum West has fouled out already, which is why Sylvia Nativi is underneath the hoop, helping out Anaya Hall against the 6'2" Taylor Smith. Smith missed the free throw. Free throws have been a problem in this game for Weber State, which is shocking because they average nearly 80% from the free throw line as a team. It's the second, and there's a foul called on Northern Colorado. That's on Sylvia Nativi, who is going for it afterwards. That's huge. So the bucket counts. The free throw counts, I should say. The foul is called on Nativi, and because they're in the bonus, there's 2 more free throws. That's huge. Rose Bubakar hits it, and now it's a 2-point game. A chance to make it a 1-point game now. Bubakar hits them both. Now we got ourselves a 1-point game now with 40 seconds to go. Nina George has made her mark on this game, and she is dribbling with time ticking down. Bubakar on defense. George keeping an eye on the clock. Now sees 10. Now goes to work. Bears got to move quickly here. 4 seconds. Fields gets the shot off. Blocked. Did it count? They are going to look at this and see if this counted. The shot goes in from Anaya Hall, but did she get it off in time? Yes, she did. That shot's going to count. They're going to review it but from the angle that we just saw, it looks like the shot's going to count for Anaya Hall. Take another look. The call on the floor is no basket. That's close. That's very close. It was a bang-bang play. So they're going to be looking to see whether or not her finger was still on it when the clock hit 0. Go a little extra slow on this one. I think that actually with it going that slow, I think that one's not gonna count. Yep, no basket. But when you slow it down to that pace, you could see she definitely had it on her hand. And the officials confirm it. It's a good angle from our camera crew and good speed there to show that her hand was still on it. So no basket. And now 67-66 with 11.7 on the clock. Weber State will have the basketball. So the shot clock violation is confirmed for Northern Colorado. And now, once again, the Bears will have to rely on their defense, and Weber State, another chance to possibly win this one. Weber State has been relying a lot on their free throws, and that might end up being what gives them this game. They are in the bonus, so any foul, even a non-shooting foul, will send them to the free throw line. Taylor Smith on Anaya Hall. Smith gets the bucket with 6 seconds and a timeout by Coach Matteo. Now it's a 68-67 point game. Taylor Smith, who struggled in the second half. It's a nice 2-point look off the window when her team needed it most. Now look, despite that shot, Northern Colorado definitely has plenty of time to get a good look here. Both teams in the bonus, so a foul sends you to the free throw line for a chance for 2. And also, a layup, a 3, whatever you can get, wins the game more or less for Northern Colorado, despite a Hail Mary on the other end for Weber State. Dana George has been clutch. Gabby Fields has been clutch as well, and London Gamble has herself 23 points. Here we go. 6 seconds. Nina goes quick. Gonna put the shot up. Off the mark. The tip up. And that's gonna do it. Weber State holds on. In an absolute crazy finish between the Wildcats and the Bears. It came down to a last-second look. And in the end, the Wildcats take the final game in regular season play in dramatic fashion. The Wildcats will improve to 10-8 in conference play. Coming off of
And man, what a tough game for the Northern Colorado Bears. Man, a tough loss in overtime. They almost lost in regulation with two missed free throws. Or two made free throws, excuse me, by Weber State. They have had to hit like a half-court shot for the win. However, but they were able to dribble out the clock and force overtime. And then they lose it by 1 in the overtime. What a tough way to go out. We have here 2 games on here now. And one is at halftime now. Let's talk about the 2 on right. Let's talk about the records. So Weber State ends season 13-15, 10 in Big Sky play. They in non-conference play, they went 3-7, and in Northern Carolina non-conference had a little bit easier time. They went 7-4, but actually they have less losses in non-conference. They have less wins in conference play than they do in non-conference, which typically it's hard to do, But typically, most teams, a lot of teams, it depends on what league you're in. But like a mid-major maybe league, typically, you might have, typically in more games you played in non-conference, you should have more wins in conference than you do in non-conference. You should have more wins in conference than you do in non-conference usually, but whatever. Weber State. But then we have here Portland State, which only has a 1-win Big Sky play, but they have won 3 times in non-conference. So anyways, we have here after 3 we have Montana down 5 to Eastern Washington, excuse me. It is Eastern Washington 54, Montana 49 after 3 quarters. And then we have Sacramento State beating Portland State 32-25. Portland State came back a little bit and won the second quarter by 9 to end the first half on a strong note. There, the first half of the game. And then we have Montana State leading Idaho 42-35. They're bouncing back after a loss to Sacramento State, which is a surprise loss in conference play. They do end up having a bounce back here, and they are and they're not like out Idaho, but they are at least playing, not playing from behind though. So that's always good.
Nelson unable to finish it on the drive.
Length of Martin just bothering Nelson at the rim.
Morales over the shoulder to Martin, wide open 3. Martin cans it. 16 for Caitlin Martin and a timeout by Idaho.
And we talked about in the first half, only knocking down 1 3-pointer, but now in the second half, they've hit their last 4 and just have caught fire from the three-point line.
Largest lead for Montana State of the night. They're up 11 here on the road on ESPN+.
Now Montana State is starting to put a little separation in on Idaho. They're up 11, so 11 with a little over 2 minutes in the third quarter is pretty solid though. And we have Eastern Washington leading Montana 54-51 with just under 9 minutes to go. Eastern Washington leads 56-51 now. Eastern Washington looking to end this regular season on a good note and just go into the conference tournament with a little bit of momentum coming off of a win.
Is absolutely uncanny. I mean, you take a look, single season rebound record for Eastern Washington that was set back in 1984, and it kind of overshadows just how good of a year that J.C. Eggers is having as Peyton Howard drop in the bucket. It's Eagles by 8, their largest lead of this game.
Yeah, they missed their first 8 from behind the arc to start the game as Barch answers back, but 2 of 2 since for Eastern Washington. A 6-point advantage here.
Payne Howard driving, and that's going to be a charge as that is now number 4 on Peyton Howard.
So this will be interesting as not so interesting now. Gallatin immediately replaces
Jody Gleason still with 8 minutes left to play, wanting to save Howard.
Yeah, 8 minutes to go. It's a 6-point lead when she goes to the bench.
Barsh for 3. Barsh now in double figure scoring. Has 11 as it is a 3-point game here in Cheney. 59-56. Big Sky Hoops here on ESPN+.
And let's go to. Let's actually go back to Idaho, where the Montana State Bobcats lead the Idaho Vandals 48-37. There's only 2 games on here.
She's just done a good job of being active.
Also sticking with it, able to find Anya.
There's only 2 games on currently right now. And one is in halftime. Portland State at Service. It's only 2 currently right now playing. There's 3, but one is currently in halftime. So you can only go back and forth between those 2. One is in the TV town, we can go to the other one, you know. So. And then when Portland State at Sacramento State is back, we'll go to that one.